Welcome back to the Equilibrium Report, where we try to separate what people are told from what actually happens. Today's topic is impeachment, not the constitutional mechanism, but the online ritual around it. The constant demands, the hashtags, the donation links, and the strange refusal to acknowledge a simple, inconvenient fact. The same party yelling for impeachment keeps voting against advancing it. Scroll through liberal political spaces and you'll see the same energy on repeat. Why won't they impeach? Hold them accountable. Do your job. Impeach now. Blah, 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 blah. What's missing from that outrage is awareness. Because while the base is yelling, Democratic leadership keeps choosing procedure, delay, or outright no votes. Again and again and again. This isn't confusion. It's a pattern. Every cycle starts the same way. Certain Democrats go on TV, post on social media, and tell voters that accountability is coming. They speak with urgency. They imply courage. They ask for donations framed as moral obligation. One recent example was Al Green, who publicly signaled impeachment action and helped reignite the base's expectations. That message did exactly what it was supposed to do: mobilize outrage, rally donations, and keep voters emotionally invested. Then came the vote they don't talk about. When it actually mattered, when impeachment needed to be advanced, Democratic leadership didn't follow through once again. No procedural push, no unified front, no appetite to rock the boat. The base was left confused, angry, or silent. And instead of asking why this keeps happening, many supporters defaulted to the same excuse. The votes were public, and the choice was internal. It's as if the left isn't even aware of the actions their own leaders and representation are taking. It's as if they're living with their heads in the sand. It's as if the same Democrats that say they're the educated and aware ones are actually not. They're the least informed about reality and what is actually occurring, even within their own party. The lack of accountability on the left is its undoing. It still is. This is the part Democratic voters hate confronting. For many politicians, impeachment has become a brand, not a goal. It's a word that signals moral superiority, activates donor networks, keeps voters emotionally engaged, avoids real confrontation with power. Actually, advancing impeachment would mean disrupting donors, destabilizing institutions, risking political careers, challenging the status quo that they benefit from. So instead, they perform concern while maintaining stability. The reason this cycle works is simple. Hope is easier than acceptance. Many Democratic voters genuinely believe their party represents accountability, rule of law, and resistance to corruption. So when actions don't match rhetoric, they assume incompetence instead of complicity. But repeated behavior isn't incompetence. It's intention. If leadership wanted impeachment, they'd move it forward. They don't, because the outrage is more useful than the outcome. This is what controlled political energy looks like. You're allowed to be angry loudly. You're allowed to protest symbolically. You're allowed to donate endlessly. But when it comes time to cross institutional red lines, the answer is always the same. Now isn't the moment. There's always another election, another crisis, another reason to wait. And somehow, accountability never arrives. This isn't about Democrats being uniquely bad, because both sides are crap. It's about a political system where outrage is harvested, not resolved. Impeachment is dangled like a carrot because it keeps voters emotionally invested without threatening the machinery of power. And as long as people keep confusing rhetoric with action, nothing changes. The system doesn't fear your tweets. It fears unified procedural follow-through. If a party campaigns on accountability, raises money on accountability, and then repeatedly votes against accountability, that's not betrayal by accident. That's business as usual. The real question isn't why impeachment didn't happen. It's why so many people still believe it was ever meant to. This is the Equilibrium Report. We're not here to amplify outrage. We're here to notice patterns, especially the ones that keep repeating because no one wants to admit what they mean. Happy New Year.